Hello. Happy New Year, and welcome back to Let's Talk Entertainment. In a few minutes, I want to get to a bit of news that I missed from last week because it deals with H.P. Lovecraft's The Call of Cthulhu, and you all know that Lovecraft is very important to my part in this channel. But before we get there, there are a few things that you can do for us. Yes, please subscribe and help us get to 5,000 subscribers later this year. We're still about 20 subscribers short of 4,000, but we're already thinking about hitting that 5,000 subscriber goal. Some other things you can do, hit the like button on all of our videos, hit the alert bell when you subscribe so you get alerts to all of our videos just as soon as they are posted. Leave positive and constructive comments, help build a community here. Some of those comments can come in the form of super thanks. Yeah, throw a few dollars our way to say thank you for what we're doing here. Also, you might become a member for $2.99 per month. But yeah, James Wan set to direct H.P. Lovecraft's The Call of Cthulhu. James Wan is done with Aquaman and has quickly announced his next project. He's adapting The Call of Cthulhu, an ambitious endeavor that will hopefully turn out to be fruitful one for him. The movie will be based on the iconic 1928 H.P. Lovecraft short story of the same name, which follows a man named Francis Thurston who investigates a cult that seems to be involved in worshipping the ancient cosmic monster Cthulhu. Wan, who reshaped mainstream horror with Saw, The Conjuring, and Insidious, has stated that Cthulhu was his dream project and one he'd be working on for almost a decade now. Best of all, he's now a free man, unshackled by the debacle that was Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, with its reshoots, rewrites, and on-set drama and failed test screenings. One of the more recent Lovecraft adaptations was 2019's The Color Out of Space, which I have on Blu-ray and which I love, starring Nicolas Cage and this year's ill-received Suitable Flesh. Maybe it was ill-received, but the videos dealing with it on our channel here have gotten thousands of reviews, which means people were interested. It's a difficult task adapting Lovecraft to a feature film. I can't think of many, if any, that have succeeded in the past. All right, so James Wan doing Lovecraft. This is an interesting choice. There's positives and there's negatives. On the positive side, he has worked extensively in horror, albeit a slightly more mainstream style of horror for most of it. And he also has big budget effects film credentials, which will be important to an extent when it comes to the monster and the sunken city. However, I think of Lovecraft's horror less as big budget blockbuster and more as art films with a bit of the supernatural and a bit of monsters and sometimes ridiculous vistas and strangeness. So it's more, I would say, I would expect, or I would desire that a Cthulhu adaptation would be somewhere in the vein of like a Shining, which is, although well received, becoming a bit of a blockbuster hit, it's very much a Kubrick art film. It's not so much following the conventions of your typical mainstream modern horror genre. So what I would be most fearful of is Wan, or at least whatever studio is involved in this. I don't want them to be pushing him to make a Godzilla movie. Cthulhu is not Godzilla. That is not at all what it is. I think that we need a slow, brooding film full of tension, growing fear, and just you have to find a way to translate Lovecraft's oppressive, fear-building descent into madness and the sense that, you know, the gods do not care about puny little humans and that our wants and our needs are irrelevant to them as we scurry about on our planet, thinking that we're so superior and that we're in the top of the food chain, which we are not. So somehow he has to be able to pull that off. But I think it's going to be best if it falls somewhere between art film and blockbuster. You can't have shadow blockbuster all the way, but you also can't be so so underground, so artsy that you turn off people who need to see the film for you to make your budget back. So Juan is an interesting choice. Would not be my first choice. I think everybody's first choice for a sort of a bigger-ish budget or fairly mainstream adaptation would be Guillermo del Toro, who for many, many years wanted to do At the Mountains of Madness, but alas has not. I think he'd probably be the best choice. But, you know, if Juan says that this is a dream project, perhaps the end results could be something surpassing his other work, and maybe this is the project that he was made to direct. And so I'm not going to count him out, despite the relative debacle that was Aquaman 2. I think his career has put him in in a place where it is possible for him to do this project justice, but it's just going to depend on which version of James Wan shows up on recording day. So, all right, there you have it. James Wan to direct the Call of Cthulhu. What do you think? If you have something positive, constructive to say, drop it in the comment section below. Keep it on topic, keep it friendly, and until next time, keep it creepy.